I say, how are you doing today? How are you doing today? I am your host, Lacey G. Souldier Turner, and I got a special guest with me today. Man, a pioneer of hip hop. He's been doing a lot of great things, especially for the youth, man. And we're about to talk about that and more. So, without further ado, we have the wonderful, amazing, talented, great lyricist, Mickey Factz. Welcome to the platform, man.
It's Mickey. What up? What up? What up?
What's going on with it, Mickey? So, we're going to talk about the school, but first, I want to let the people know about you a little bit. Can you let the people know where were you born and raised, and how was your upbringing as a child?
Yeah, man, I was born and raised in the Bronx, New York, which is the birthplace of hip hop. So you already know, being in New York City in the mid '80s as a kid, I was engulfed in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It was literally a part of my life. So, school was all about rapping. I was scratching records at the crib that I wasn't supposed to. Obviously, Crisscross came out, so wearing backwards clothes and dancing was a thing. Never got into graffiti until like later on in my life, but everything else that dealt with hip hop, I was involved with. Reading the source, buying bootleg tapes, buying real tapes. And I'm from the era we tried to get the CDs. We tried to get about, what was it, 14 CDs for like $3.
Yeah, remember that?
I'm from that era, you know what I'm saying? So
remember the postcards with the 10 CDs for 1 cent?
Yep. That's what I was trying to get done, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, the Bronx was incredible back then as a hip hop artist, as a hip hop kid.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you remember recording your first song in the studio, and how did you feel when you did?
Yeah, the first song I ever recorded in the studio, it was either a song called Live 98 or 6 Express, and it wasn't no Pro Tools. It was all, DAT tape. So like the first time I recorded was 1998. I was 16 years old. I had all my rhymes written. I was nervous as hell. I had been practicing all week to go in the studio. I knocked it out the park. I sounded good. It was an incredible experience to record. Like it was like the first time. It's like the first time, I guess, how a person who tries drugs, like, like I got addicted after that. I got addicted, hearing your voice back. For anybody that's listening, that ever recorded music, the walk back or the drive back home, listening to all that music, oh my goodness, there's nothing like it. It's the greatest feeling in the world, bro. So, recording for the first time was a big deal for me. And I wish there was a way we could relive stuff like that, because, I would love to relive how I felt during that time.
Hey, look, Mickey is not lying. I recorded my first song in 2000, and you are right. It's like an addiction. Like you listen to that mug over and over and over. After it's done, it's like I got to get back in there again. So, Mickey, let me ask you this though: how did you get into the music industry though?
So, man, the music industry is an interesting place. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, New York City had all the record labels. It was either in LA or it was in New York. So I got into the music industry interning at Def Jam and Loud Records. Like that was my first taste of the music industry. So I lived in the Bronx, so I had to go downtown to Manhattan, and I would go to the Def Jam offices. At this time, China Doll was getting ready to come out. Dark as Hell is Hot was getting ready to come out. No, actually, Blood of My Blood, Flesh of My Flesh. And I want to say, I don't know, was it Judgment Day by Method Man? I'm not sure. But it was whatever was happening in '98, I was there for it. And then I also went to Loud Records. And Loud Records at the time in '98, they had it wasn't Hell on Earth. It was Murder Music by Mobb Deep. It was Capital Punishment by Big Pun. And they were just finished with the Wu-Tang Forever album. So I was putting up posters around the city, They gave me a whole bunch of promotional CDs to hand out at school. So I always had, you know, a bunch of these different things until they found out I was working for both labels, and I had to kind of I had to pick one. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot which one I picked. I think I picked Def Jam. I stopped going to Loud because it's Def Jam. You know, everybody loves Def Jam. But that was my way into the industry and learning about the industry and things like that. They were looking for interns to obviously, you know, be in the label system and work their way up. And for me, I didn't understand that. I just went there because I wanted the music, and I was also a rapper, so I didn't know. I just wanted to be in the scene, in the mix. So that was my introduction into the music industry.
Got you. So, who would you say are, you know, because I know you've been enriched in, like you said, New York, everybody, who would you say are your top 5 artists that influenced you?
Bone Thugs, man.
Number 1.
Bone Thugs was my number 1 influence. You know, just writing, rewinding, stop, play, and learning their lyrics. And because they rhyme fast, you know, I was reciting that stuff. So me learning how to flow, they taught me how to flow. And I mean, I think everybody who listens to music in general, you know, learns how to flow because you're basically doing karaoke. But with Bone Thugs, because I wanted to rhyme, I wanted to show, you know, the girls that I knew the words to Bone Thug lyrics. I was like, yo, you know, I was doing it a cappella, I was doing it over the beat. So like that basically taught me the intricacies of cadence on different styles of beats. So I would have to go with Bone Thugs first, then obviously Biggie and Nas for storytelling. Biggie more so for his wit, and then after that, Jay and Cannabis. You know, I think everybody who was at our age, we fell in love with Cannabis. We just felt like you can't say no better shit than this. This is it. This is it.
Second round,
last level of rap.
Yeah, second round knockout up in this piece. So I know you done work with some people. Can you tell the people some of the, like, you know, hip hop pioneers that you work with, that you featured on tracks with or did tracks with?
Man, it's a lot, man. It's crazy. Like I'm just drawing a blank because it's so many. All right. So I've worked with Lil Wayne. I've worked with Kanye. I've worked with Drake. I've worked with Bruno Mars. Worked with John Legend, Styles P, Fonte, Crooked Eye, Cassidy, you know, Currency.
Like Mickey, to work with everybody.
Yeah, I done worked with a lot of people, man. I've been lucky to.
Who was your favorite?
It was between John Legend and Styles P. Those are the two that, you know. That was a lot. That was a lot for both, you know.
So but let me ask you this, because I know when you and Royce did y'all, you know, back and forth. Is it really a thing such as checking boxes, like checking every box when you're doing something?
I didn't know what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know. You know what I mean? So I was trying to get it out of him. You know, I was trying to understand where you at with it, bro. Let me know so I could play you a record like that. But he kept getting out of pocket, man. That wasn't something that I wanted to do. Like I never had plans on doing that. I know people feel like I did, but that wasn't the case. I just wanted to, you know, you know, get my respect. Like, you know, he asked, like, if people watch that live back, you you know, he asked me what did I think about the Lupe track. I told him how I felt about the Lupe track. I told him that, you know, I was gonna say something, but it wasn't gonna be like what Rafe was.
Yeah.
And he started antagonizing me. If this is the energy we on, then all right.
Let's get it.
Let's get it then. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, salute to Royce though, you know. All right. So let's get into, you know, the great thing that you're doing, man. You are the owner, president, dean of Pendulum Ink Academy.
Yes.
How did you start it? What made you create it? What was your thought process in it?
Man, you know, we created this, you know, again, I'm from the old era of hip hop. So like seeing Shock G pass away, seeing DMX pass away, seeing Black Rob pass away, and their affairs weren't in order was really hurting me. And I was saying to myself, well, I want to be able to teach when I'm done rapping. So I tried to get some gigs to get the, you know, process jump started, and I was getting turned down everywhere. So I decided to start school, and I reached out to Chilla Jones to help me. And we started putting this thing together. Then I reached out to my man Jeff Walker, you know what I'm saying, and he pulled up, and he's a mental health specialist. So we had him come with the emotional, you know, work to help people. You know what I mean? And then now, you know, I work with my man Rob Nice, and you know, he's our curriculum editor, making sure everything works well with our curriculum. And it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made to start something from nothing. You know what I'm saying? When you get turned down so many times, you know, as Black people, we hear no all the time. And, you know, it's like either you're going to accept the no and move on with your life, or you're going to take that no to fuel something inside of you to create something that doesn't exist. And that's what I decided that I wanted to do. And I'm happy that I took that leap of faith, because now we're here, you know what I'm saying? And now that I'm here, I'm super excited to be here, you know?
Yeah. So let me ask you this. How hard is it to teach? Because I know the school's virtual, right? So how hard is it to teach virtual?
At first, you know, I thought it was going to be tough. I was a little scared. I had a little anxiety about it. But then after a while, I got used to it. It's you know, after the first 2 weeks, you know, I kind of laid the foundation down on how it's supposed to go, and now I'm confident. I'm very confident. You can definitely teach virtually. I you know, I know people like the hands-on space and being in person, but I can't have somebody from Singapore and Mexico and Africa and Detroit and LA and Alaska in the one classroom unless they fly into a space. But I could have them turn on their cameras on their phone or their laptop and teach them all the same thing. So for me right now, virtual is the best space for the school until we decide to get an actual building, and we'll still have some virtual classes as well, you know?
Okay. So is the school like high school or college, like it's like semesters or like grade levels or anything?
Yeah. So it is like high school and college. There's definitely the freshman level, the sophomore level, the junior level, and the senior level. Depending on where you at as an MC, you enter in the level, you know, when you submit your application. And, you know, sometimes students have to, you know, join the freshman class because they don't have any foundational skills on writing and how to rhyme on beat. And then we have some students that's pulling up that's nice already. So we got to put them in our junior class and make them nicer. There is grades. We do grade on a 5.0 scale. And we have homework, we have midterms, we have finals, we have pop quizzes, we have collab effort works. You know, we do all types of things, man. It's unlike anything anybody's ever experienced. You know, that's why people love the school.
So let me ask you, what all do you teach? Do you just teach rapping, or do you teach like beat making or anything?
So we teach MCs how to rhyme on beat. We teach higher levels of writing. In the senior class, we teach you how to, in the senior class, we teach you kind of how to flow on beat separately. on different styles, you know, different styles. So like if you're comfortable doing boom bap, we'll take you to the trap. We'll take you to, you know, the Detroit style of records, a hyphy. We want people to be versatile and be able to do it if it's necessary. We teach the business of music. We teach you how to create content, and then we have electives. We teach songwriting. We have so many different courses, and it's so many different professors that come in and teach it. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's how we move it and maneuver it.
Okay, so how do y'all I guess recruit the students, or do they come to y'all?
So they've come to us. We have gone out and recruited like 1 or 2 students because we felt like they would be a good fit for the school and just to help them get better. But for the most part, everybody that's in the school has come. Like I would say about 98 to 99% of the students that we have reached out to us. We reached out to 1 to maybe 2 students and said, we want you to be a part of it. And only one of them, you know, came aboard. The other one, he didn't have the time. So yeah, that's typically how it is. And, you know, as we grow, we're probably going to be reaching out to more artists to pull up, to teach, excuse me, to learn, kind of like, you know, scouting with schools and looking for different, you know, basketball players or whatnot. That's what we were doing. You know what I mean? Sorry, I keep hitting that.
No, I got you. Could you name some of the people, I guess, like hip hop pioneers who probably came and sat in or contributed, you know, to the school?
Yeah, now that's easier. So I'm gonna go down. Listen, I'm gonna go down the line, and let me tell you, man, it's a lot.
Okay.
So I want y'all to understand that my Rolodex is nuts. All right, so we're gonna start from the beginning until I stop. Okay. We had Inspector Deck, Fonte, Master Ace, Corey Guns, Sky Zoo, Cyrock, Lady London, Shay Noir, 40 Bars, Saha the Prince, Razkaz, Method Man, Daylight, MC Juice, Oswin Benjamin, A Noid, Ransom, Ab Soul, King Los, Blue, Pete Rock, DMC, Lord Finesse, Wordsworth, Rod Digger, Shauna, Jazz the Rapper, Bahamadia, Bun B, Big Daddy Kane, Benny the Butcher is next week. And then next year, we got Cassidy, Freeway, Jadakiss, Styles P, The Game, T.I., 3D Not T, Moni Love, Rhapsody, Little Kim, Jizza, Joe Button, Cambada, Graph, Aesop Rock.
Look, man, I need to just get in that class just to I need to sign up just to be. Hey, man, salute to all the people, man. Hey, listen, man. Hey, Mickey, now you're doing your thing, bro, with the connections. And, you know, especially, you know, I know the youth probably don't understand, but they don't know how important these figures are, you know, and it's really great that they get to sit in with them and learn from them also, man.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know, these are people that we grew up with, G.
Yeah,
you know, like we grew up listening to these people. So to be able to learn from them and communicate with, like, my students. I didn't even say Method Man. Method Man also can. Like, we have our students actually talk to these artists and ask them questions and sometimes connect with them and work with them. Like, I'm making dreams come true. And, you know, being in the industry for so long, a lot of people will never get a chance to have these kind of conversations with these artists. And I'm just bridging the gap between artist and consumer as well as future peer. I think it's very important to make sure that everybody does connect at that level. So, you know, there is no separation. You know what I mean?
Facts. I like that, man. I love what you're doing. So is there, once they graduate, is it like a transition into like industry or placement or job placement or anything?
So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people were asking that because we are, you know, it is a tuition. So people are like, so what happens after you graduate? And it's like, either you can teach what we have in your neighboring city, in different schools. You know, there's schools everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I just need to be able to speak to whoever the principal is and make sure that they have an after school program with some funding, and I can make that work because we already have the curriculum. So you can teach that there. You can teach at Pendulum Ink as well. Or, you know, we're putting together our first ever compilation project where a lot of the guests that we named you'll be able to record with them, as well as get some dope producers to come in and give us beats and make a compilation album like the Rough Riders project or like the Dipset project, and we'll put it out. We'll get a publicist to push it, all of these different things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's super dope. That's super dope. So if I was a child, you know, so I wish I was now, because you know you got all the people. Now, how can people sign up, you know, be a part of the Pendulum?
Yeah, man, you can go to pendulumink.com, pendulumink.com, fill out an application. Somebody will reach out to you, and I will be in that meeting to walk you through the process of what it looks like. And, you know, everything is virtual except for the graduation. So the graduation is in person. We have a weekend full of events. You get a chance to perform. We have in-person classes. We have a meet and greet, and then you get your degree/certificate at our graduation. Last year, we had Bun B speak at our graduation. This year, which is in like literally, I want to say 26 days, we got Killer Mike as our commencement speaker.
Nice. That's a great thing. So
yeah, man. Yeah.
One thing I saw that you was a Rolling Stone. So how was that feeling?
Oh man, I mean, you know, having them reach out to me to be in their magazine, I mean, it's no other. It's like I still haven't been in XXL or the Source for Pendulum Ink. Still. So to have Rolling Stone, which is a super credible magazine, acknowledge the school at that level is, man, it's heartwarming. You know what I'm saying? Like I was happy, man. It was almost the equivalent of being on the cover of XXL. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, Rolling Stone is all music, you know, encompassing, but it's mostly rock. So for them to acknowledge a hip hop school, the first ever, and write up in depth, like that was a full blown interview. That was like about a good 2,000 words, maybe more. And you know, I'm grateful for that. I really am. Like people don't understand how grateful I am to be in the Rolling Stone magazine. You know what I mean?
Go to that, man. So, but Mickey, let me ask you this. Okay, so you know, you're a perfect person to ask this. So, you know, a lot of people say battle rappers don't know how to make songs. Can you explain the difference between writing a song and battle rap, writing a battle rap?
Well, you know, so both involve emotion, right? Battle rap involves anger-induced emotion. You're trying to hurt somebody's feelings. Music is the complete opposite. And it's hard to love somebody or show love when you're always in a mode of hate, right? Or battle rap, if it's not right, like the original point of battle rap was to show who was the better rapper.
Right.
That's really not music. Music is about emotion. How can you make somebody emote? And a lot of times battle rappers get that confused because not only do they not know how to make people emote, they're also trying to out-rap the beat instead of creating a vibe. Right. So, you know, it's a difference between having a vibe and just trying to impress other rappers or particular fans of that. You know what I'm saying? You want people to feel what you're rapping about. And I feel like a lot of times rappers don't do that. Battle rappers don't do that. They're trying to impress other battle rappers or battle rap fans with their music. So I think that's the reason why. Like, do I think a battle rapper can make a Hot in Here or can make a All About the Benjamins or a Mask Off by Future? Probably, but it'll take them longer because they're in battle mode.
Yeah.
Even when you're in battle mode and you're reciting and you're rapping, you know what I'm saying? It's tough because for you, you're in that zone of memorizing. You don't want to mess up when you finally battle. Like it's a lot that goes into it. Whereas a song, you write it once, record it once, you listen over and over, like we said, go and perform it, and that's it. Like it's not, you continue to do the same song over and over and over again. Whereas battle rap, you got to constantly put your brain to work instead of putting your heart to work. It's a different thing, you know?
Yeah, definitely. So coming from your perspective, if somebody wanted to, you know, get into battle rap, what are 2 battles that you suggest they watch?
Young Ill and T-Rex And that's the one that I always show people: Young Ill versus T-Rex. And I mean, just for the drama, Loaded Lux and Calico. Just for the drama, you know what I'm saying?
I can see those two. Okay, let me ask you this too. So, I know you said you wanted to, battle on, every big platform, but you just had your latest battle with Averb. Both of you had displayed great lyricism. I really love that battle. So, how did you feel about that battle, like going into it and then afterwards?
For me, going into it, I just kind of like, for me, I took a different approach at first. For me, it was more about rapping the first time, like when I had my first drafts and stuff, and there was a lot of people like, you should be battling him. Mm-hmm. So I rewrote a lot, but if I would have stuck to what I was going to do, our rhymes would have kind of mirrored each other. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of multis. There was a lot of flows and pockets, minimal dissing at him. They were like, nah, you got to beat him. You got to beat him. And I was like, okay. So I changed it up. And I felt like I battled him and he out-rapped me. Like I felt like he out-rapped me and I out-battled him. I think that if I would have went in there and did what I would have done, I would have probably out-rapped him and out-battled him. But I'm happy with the outcome. I think people love the battle. It was supposed to be on the roof. I'm a little mad at ARP for that, but whatever. I thought that it was a great scenario and situation that we were able to kind of make happen. I appreciated it.
Okay. So let me ask you this, Mickey. Do you think at this stage, from like back in the, back when it was coming up, do you think battle rap is dying right now?
I don't. I've said this. I've been asked this so many times about battle rap dying. I don't know if it's dying. I just think there's ebbs and flows. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's on a resting period. Kind of like Odin. Like I don't know if people like the MCU, but Thor's father, he goes into a sleep. Mm-hmm. And then when he wakes up, he's powerful, he's more stronger. I feel like right now, battle rap is kind of like just in sleep mode. Like we'll see some announcements around February and some matches in March, another sleep mode, and then they'll come back around for like May, June, and then the summer. And then I think that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think it's dying. I just think that people are taking breaks, and so are the league owners. They got to get their money up to do these events.
Okay. So let me ask you this though, Mickey. Okay, so this person is my GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like I defend this person all the time. But you caused an uproar, tweeting about Eminem. You said Slim Shady would not lose to any battle rapper if he comes back to the battle rap scene. You know what I'm saying? So can you elaborate on that? Can you let us know why was the people in the uproar?
I think they misinterpreted my tweet. Like I was just saying that he would come back and win in the building, 100%, because it would be full of Eminem fans. Mm-hmm. He would win online because if we go on by the polls, people.
I'm one of them.
If we go on the poll, if I'm gonna get back to that too. If we go on the polls, Eminem fans would, demolish the polls. You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't even be fair. So that's what I meant by that. I'm not sure if you heard this Benzino diss, man.
Yeah.
This rap Elvis thing. It's kind of brutal, man. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. Look, Eminem problem, just like with Machine Gun Kelly. I think it be the beats that he choose, like, because when I listened to Machine Gun Kelly, there's like he responded to everything Machine Gun Kelly said his diss, but the beat was just not it. You know what I'm saying? That I think people overlook. It's like, nah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why he chooses to pick those types of beats. I was just having this conversation this morning with with 3-Letter Man. It was weird because he took Alchemist on the road, but didn't. I think he rapped over one Alchemist beat. Like, why don't you just pick better beats, bro?
I say it all the time. Look, he is my tell you, he is my go. I learned everything from him, but I feel the same way. I be like, bro, you got to pick some better beats here.
He got to pick better beats, and I don't know what's going on with him. So,
but they make the diss songs like from other people look like they dominated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Eminem with his diss Bazino, I think it was like very well like lyric. A lot of lyricism, but Bazino, the way he, you know what I'm saying, on that beat and everything, just makes it look different.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, hopefully he'll get it together.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Vic. I got a couple more questions. So, you've been doing a lot of stuff. What would you say on your journey has been your greatest challenge?
Starting the school has been my greatest challenge. Starting something that doesn't exist and making people see that it's not a scam has been a challenge. Creating something from nothing is not easy in the slightest. So being able to kind of do that has been the hugest challenge in my career as a musician. Like, it's really been tough.
Okay, and the flip there, you might say the same thing. What would you say has been your greatest accomplishment?
Greatest accomplishment is probably creating something from nothing. Being able to do this, is to be the first guy is a big deal. So I'm happy for that.
Okay, what advice would you give to someone, whether it's a youth or adult, who trying to, I guess, get into the industry or get heard, who makes dope music, but they feel like they're not getting heard?
You got to constantly continue to make content, man, and have your friends share your content with you. They have to have their friends share with their friends and their friends share with their friends. Like, it has to be a concerted effort between everybody, or it's just not going to work. Everybody has to support everybody, and if everybody's not supporting everybody, then nobody's ever going to get to that next level.
It's a fact. That is a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you have anything coming up that you want to promote?
Just sign up to pendulumink.com. I got some music dropping later this year. But for right now, just sign up at pendulumink.com. You know what I'm saying? Sign up to the school, learn a thing or two, man. Be a part of this thing. That's about it.
Okay. So let the people know how they can find you, Mickey.
Yeah, find me on Instagram, mickey.factz, twitter.com or x.com/Mickey Factz, or facebook.com/official Mickey Factz, or go to the Pendulum Ink page on all social media platforms.
All right, look, Mickey, I'm calling you out right now on her, Mickey. Look, we got a collab on the song. Mickey, what's good with it?
Yeah, man, let's make it work, man. Just reach out to me. We make it work, man. I'm on the verge of retiring because I want to focus on the school, but reach out to me. We'll figure it out.
I got you. Okay, my last question that I love to ask all my guests.
Yep.
When it is all said and done and you are long gone from this earth, what is it that you want the people to know about Mickey Factz?
That he was a giver. He did everything in his power to give to people. He poured into people. He wanted other people to shine as much as he did, and he wants to give the information to those that want it. That's it.
All right, man. Salute to you, Mickey, man. I appreciate you. I'm going to let you know when I write this article and drop it on the Narrative Matters, man. And I appreciate the great things you're doing for the youth, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Stay up, King.
All right. Salute.
Salute.